Hello guys, the Chadwick here, and today I'll be doing another power scaling video, and this time it's going to be on my favourite character in fiction, the Hulk, but more specifically the most recent iteration of the character to grace the pages of Marvel, in that form of the Immortal Hulk. Now the reason I'm singling out this Hulk and not the others is because I find him by far the most interesting. That said, if you do want a video about the various other Hulks, then my friend Webcam Parrot recently dropped a video detailing just that. So with that out of the way, let's get on to the attack feats of said character. Now when it comes to Marvel Comics, Hulk is definitely one of its heavy hitters in terms of heroes, and this personality isn't an exception. In his short time within the pages of Marvel Comics, he's already made a name for himself by showing himself capable of easily dispatching threats such as a group of Gamma enhanced animals that were even capable of overpowering fellow Gamma mutate Leonard Samson. While his body was still recovering from a virus specifically designed for Gamma mutates, Hulk was still capable of exchanging blows with Weapon X's hulked out form and easily dispatched his base form twice. The Green Goliath was also able to take down two members of the Lethal Legion who were previously shown to be taken on heroes such as Dr. Voodoo and Scarlet Witch. Whilst he was assaulting the Avengers compound, Hulk easily shrugged off a Vision's attempts to phase through his brain and hit him so hard that he began speaking binary and was out of the fight completely. An alien known as Nebulon was capable of dispatching both Silver Surfer and Namor, but Hulk had no trouble laying a beatdown on the alien, with it screaming for mercy. The Green Boy was also able to humiliate Jane Foster, who was previously showcased to be able to fight with Odin and Mangog. Now even the Avengers main roster were no match for Hulk, as he easily tore through Tony's new Hulkbuster, hit Thor so hard it gave him a concussion, and was capable of overloading Black Panther's vibranium suit, which T'Challa stated was a near impossibility, with the suit being able to contain energy from the end body of a Dark Celestial. Now why is this impressive and notable? Well, simply because the Dark Celestials were able to compete with Lifebringer Galactus and the Eternity Watch. He was also able to forcibly disperse and send the One Below All back through the Green Door. This cosmic being was stated by Mephisto to be stronger than the demon himself. It's also worthy to note that at the end of time, Hulk stated that he killed Franklin Richards in Galactus and then went on to devour Metatron, who was responsible for creating the first beings for each respective cosmos. Now when it comes to speed, what people don't realise is that the Hulk only really has impressive combat reaction speeds, whereas his travel speed is only massively hypersonic. He's consistently demonstrated massively faster than light plus to immeasurable combat and reaction speeds by fighting characters like Thor, Sentry and Silver Surfer, who all scale to or above each other. Silver Surfer himself utilises the power cosmic when fighting and traversing the universe and can search a galaxy in mere seconds, yet when Surfer engaged in battle with Nebulon, he got completely destroyed, whereas Hulk came in and was able to not only beat down the alien but blitz it as part of the process. Now to make this speed scaling more consistent, Hulk has fought on par with Thor many times, with their latest battle ending in Thor getting beaten in one punch and stating that Hulk is now previously stronger than he previously was. Thor has also consistently fought and gotten the upper hand on Surfer, who have already established is at least massively faster than light plus. However, with some highballs, we are able to get Hulk's combat and reaction speed to immeasurable, based on the fact that he scales to both Thor and Surfer, who also travel through time with sheer speed. Now when it comes to the additional abilities of this version of the Hulk, he sure presents an impressive amount. One example being his ability to regenerate on a better level than his previous iterations, which would include Professor Hulk, who was able to regen most of his body mass after it got burned away. He's also able to control his body parts once they've been separated from him, as well as being able to survive as the isolated body parts without any forms of sustenance for decades, which was showcased in the Defender's best defense. He's also demonstrated the ability to both use energy absorption, like when he used it to drain Sasquatch of his gamma radiation, as well as resist it, such as when Rogue attempted to drain his powers, but instead she got a backlash. His energy absorption is also capable of absorbing souls and viruses, and this Hulk had no trouble resisting the mind hacks of someone who was able to trick an entire Avengers roster with a simple mental suggestion. On top of all this, he's capable of smelling lies and seeing ghosts, as well as being smarter than Banner, but the intelligence instead manifests in the form of gut feelings and hunches, or magical thinking as Banner himself puts it. Now when presented with an illusion that the demon Nightmare produced in the form of a hospital, Hulk was the first one to deduce it, wasn't real, and later went on to completely negate Nightmare's attempt at using fear manipulation. Now, while all these abilities are well and dandy, Immortal Hulk's best abilities are both his immortality and resurrection, which he's able to do by walking through the green door that manifests for gamma mutates when they die. I'd also like to quickly go over the version of the Immortal Hulk that appears once he's been possessed by the One Below All, and had become the first and last being of the Ninth Cosmos after devouring Metatron. He doesn't do much outside of really destroying a few planets, as well as being stated to not only destroy the rest of the planets in the cosmos, but also the stars as well. However, due to Hulk stating he killed Galactus and Franklin Richards before the Ninth Cosmos had even formed, and then was responsible for eating Metatron, we can at least put him above Franklin Richards and Galactus at the least. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my breakdown of Immortal Hulk's feats and scaling. If you want more Marvel content in the future, then comment down below. But for the next video, you can look forward to me scaling a character from a brilliant but rather underrated series in the form of the protagonist from Invincible. Thanks for watching, and subscribe.